Jason Myers to get this one started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. On play action, now Brady. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Lewis.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Here we go.
Left side, Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Vikings had 11-5 on the year. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home, but sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Third down, here's a run by Cook.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus? Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Back to throw. Kramer. And this one is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Myers' kick is good, and the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't throw this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their second drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Hey, 66.
From the 29, Brady over the middle, complete. It's Pierce. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Here's Brady. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Houston. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Texans are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Just showed some pretty good football IQ there. Didn't have anyone open. Did have a receiver in the area. Didn't want to take the sack. Just wanted to get rid of it. And successfully did so.
Does open himself to a pretty good shot taken there at the end. But you're right. Good job getting rid of it. And he's going to be taken down at the 39. Clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Johnson, the man in motion right.
No, 66. Check it.
Brady going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Kramer. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On play action, it's Brady.
Open man downfield is Johnson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Hey, go 60, check it, reload! Ozzie!
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Forced out to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, Fletcher Cox, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and another sack to his ledger there.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Play action, now it's Brady. And got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Brevin Jordan.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14, Vikings 3. Cairo Santos set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And
he's got a man complete. A big play there for Minnesota. 76 yards.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Getting the ball, it's Cook running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Back to throw. Kramer. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Kramer. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Cairo Santos set to kick off.
The Vikings set to receive the 2nd half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Now they're down on the scoreboard, sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half, too many turnovers. Tighten things up, maybe get in their face a little bit, get in their grill, and then send them back out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson, 35 yards. And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
In motion right here comes Johnson.
Hey, Alabama.
On second and a couple. Brady. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is going to have a Texans first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On second down, here's Pierce.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Hey, check it. 72. Shadow. 72. 72.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady.
That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. This time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
No, 66.
Brady now on 1st down.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I think what we just saw their partner was linebacking speed that control O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Once more, it's Pierce.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
They'll try to run with Pierce.
And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
1-yard line.
Hey, that's
Now they send a man in motion right.
They'll run for it with Pierce.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind up.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Kramer. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. The 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Hey, 66. Hey, go 66. Come.
Brady now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Johnson, the man in motion right.
Regular. Don't bandit. Easy.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Brady. Flush to his right. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
As soon as I saw him break, contain, and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He's going to take another shot here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
17 yards, first down, Vikings. Off play action. Kramer. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense. So he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To throw on 2nd down. Kramer under pressure. They got him again. Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this Texans defense stands tall. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Brady now to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown, Houston.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
38.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Brought down on the play by the linebacker, Christian Harris.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8.
Right, 97. Ready.
Again, it's Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us we have our production means they don't want to be in 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Ready.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Got it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Hey, Alabama. Sugar. Alert. Hey, check it.
Brady going to throw here.
Swings this one out wide for Pierce.
And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Now Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Brady.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway. Once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Texans,
they earn one final victory.